They say the sea takes what it wants. And sometimes, it gives something back. But not the way you'd expect. In a forgotten corner of the coast, where fog rolls thicker than memory, there is a village with a curse. Every generation, a man vanishes on the eve of his wedding. And always, without fail, near the cliffs of Dunmora. They say she walks there still. The one who waits. The one who weeps. The one with no name. Dunmora clings to the cliffs like a secret. The sea bites at the rocks. The wind moans through the hollows. To outsiders, it's a picturesque fishing village. But to locals, it's a place where certain stories aren't told, unless whispered after dark. They are talk of a bride, pale, barefoot, sea-soaked, who appears when the fog rolls in. Old sailors claim they've seen her crying at the cliff's edge. When they approach, she vanishes. One man swore she looked straight at him and whispered, "It was never meant to be you." He was found dead in his boat the next morning. Eyes open. No marks. No explanation. Aiden was a stonecutter, quiet, thoughtful, with hands that shaped names into marble. Moira was wild, warm, full of herbs and laughter. Her eyes knew the wind. Her heart knew him. They were meant for each other. Their wedding was to be held beneath the ancient ash tree, a centuries-old Dunmora tradition. But the date? Midsummer's Eve. The villagers stirred uneasily. "The sea listens on that night," said Fina, the herbalist. "It's when she wakes." Aiden smiled and joked. "If I go missing, it's only because I followed her into the mist." They didn't listen. That night, candles lit the path. Music echoed. Moira wore white. But during the dancing, she saw something. A woman, drenched, silent, standing in the shadows of the tree line. Moira blinked. She was gone. Aiden kissed her and whispered, "I need a moment, just to look at the stars." He walked off into the dark. He never returned. An hour passed. Then another. Guests called it off as cold feet. But Moira knew. She searched through the fields, the cliffs, the tide caves. Lantern in hand, voice cracking, dress dragging through the brush. No scream. No broken ground. No trail. But in the morning, they found his footprints. Heading toward the cliffs. And beside his, another set. Barefoot. Smaller. Parallel. Both tracks ended suddenly. Right at the edge. No blood. No body. No fall. Just emptiness. Beneath the ash tree, they found Moira's veil, soaked with seawater. Though the sea was 100 feet below. Moira never remarried. On the anniversary of his disappearance, she lit a single candle and locked her cottage. That night, the fog returned, heavy and wet. At midnight, old Donald heard it. Tap. 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 He opened the door. A woman stood there. Drenched. Barefoot. Dressed as a bride. She didn't speak. Just turned and walked down the path. Donald followed, thinking it was Moira, mad with grief. But when he reached the chapel path, he saw her. Moira, the real Moira, holding a lantern, calling Aiden's name. And the bride he'd followed. She was still walking. Leaving no footprints. No breath in the cold air. He backed away. The next morning, his boots were still by the door. His boat still moored. But Donald was gone. And on his window, a single, wet handprint, long, narrow fingers. As if made of frost. Before Dunmora was Dunmora, the sea had a bride. They say her name was Lady Elira, a noblewoman sent to marry a warlord and seal a peace. But her ship shattered on the rocks. They say she walked out of the sea. Unbroken. Unblinking. No memory. No name. She wandered the village. Mute. Pale. Beautiful. Then disappeared into the cliffs. That year, strange things began. A wedding cancelled after the groom vanished. A bride found drowned, her bouquet floating in the well. Soon, they feared to speak her name. So they didn't. She became the Nameless Bride. Not forgotten, but remembered too well. She is the sea's bride now. Jealous. Lonely. And if you fall in love too close to her shore, she might hear you. If she hears your name, she keeps it. No one marries in Domora now. Not on Midsummer's Eve. Not anywhere near the cliffs. The old ones teach their children rules. Don't walk alone after dark. Don't answer knocks after midnight. And never, ever, speak your full name near the sea. They say she listens. They say she waits. Sometimes, she's seen in reflections. In puddles. In the corner of an eye during fog. She doesn't cry anymore. She listens for a name she once loved. And if you say yours, she'll find you. So if the sea goes still, and the wind dies, and you feel the air turn sharp and wet, don't turn around. Don't say a word. And whatever you do, don't answer if she whispers your name. Because once she knows it, you belong to the tide. Forever. And so, the winds over Domora still whisper her name, though no one dares to speak it aloud. The veil, the cliff, the vanished bride, echoes of a curse, or just the sea playing tricks on weary minds. One thing is certain, the story didn't end. It was only archived. If this tale gripped you, like the sea grips the shore, tap the like button, subscribe for more myths that blur the line between truth and legend, and share your theory in the comments below. What do you believe happened to the bride? Was it love, madness, or something older than both? This is the Nameless Archive, where forgotten stories are finally heard again.